Yeah.
Now, what part of the UK?
Yeah.
He's cracking up.
Southwest.
Southwest.
Southwest, where at?
Yeah.
You cut out.
Devon.
Devon.
Within Devon.
Oh, okay.
Devon?
Yeah, Devon. That's down. You know where? No, actually. Okay. London. You know where London would be located? He'd be to the west of there.
That'd be the east, southeast.
So he's
Well, it'd be the other side of the country. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
so you
Where London would be on the far east and Church on the far west.
Right. He wouldn't be around the channel. He'd be on the other side of London.
but that's in England, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are lots of old buildings.
Below Wales, in effect.
I live in Wales.
No, just below. Just below.
Oh, below Wales in England.
You've been around John long enough not to do that.
Yeah.
But
those English and Wales guys, they have a rivalry going, so they might want to like rumble with you.
Welsh and the English.
Yeah, back in the days, those were rumble words. They would have come at you with the old British bulldog and
the baiting matches.
Mm-hmm.
So there's lots of historical buildings though around where you're at, Mark, or just older buildings, or
where I am is just full of history. Dating back to 1066, dating back to got a real weird mismatch of buildings on there. Got some really new stuff and get some. In fact, I'm living here. Where I am now is I'm in a 3-story Georgian building.
I keep wanting him to go and like take pictures and stuff like that around him. He won't do it. He just will not do it. just
like 1066 was when the Normans. That was when the Normans came in there and pushed the Celts and Druids out of the area, right?
Or Saxons, really. Yeah.
They pushed the Saxons out. The Normans did.
I wouldn't say the
Not
Normans.
really pushed the page, but there was a big political shift, must I say.
I would say more the Romans cleared them out before the Nords got.
Well,
Normans.
yeah, Romans cleared out the Celts and a lot of the Druids and stuff.
Yeah, they washed you guys. They washed you clean. Got rid of all those reprobates.
They got rid of those indigenous peoples.
yeah.
Freaking. I'm gonna tell you something, man. When it comes to England, like, oh my God, dude, like they are crazy, all of them, and they don't want to admit they're crazy. Mark is probably the nuttiest person I know. Okay.
Why?
Yes.
Really?
I remember one time on Discord, John posted a picture of like a ghost in an old Scottish castle, and I asked him. I said that looks kind of like a beefeater from the Tower of London, and he responded and he said a beefeater would be lynched in Scotland.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, those castles up there. Yeah.
Which they would be, I'm sure, because the beefeaters are English, so I'm sure the Scottish don't care much for them.
Well, the gargoyles are for Victorian homes. The big old, that's what Biltmore was built by, like he wanted it to be English.
He copied a lot of English architecture.
And he actually went to England and got pictures and stuff for it.
His architect worked with some people over in the UK, I believe. So that they borrowed a lot of the old English architecture and what have you when they built it. Yeah. And it was a lot of things that, well, and of course, too, Britain being the mother country, a lot of British stuff carried on to America in the post-Revolutionary War era. So we have a lot of
That's a lot of that sort of Gothic aesthetic. I think really comes from Germany. Well, yeah, Northern Europe, so UK as well. But yeah, mainly, generally speaking, was more popular in the 15th, 16th century in Germany, I think.
So maybe it moved westward from Germany then.
Yeah.
Into,
well, like I said, Northern Europe. So yeah.
Well, maybe it was original thing.
Well, you got to take the Welsh into consideration. That's what that was all about. The Welsh beliefs started over there in that area, like the mounds
in Central Europe.
You know, and they migrated to England.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't really like the English too much, because the English never did like them coming in there. It was like, because the English people don't like anybody coming to their country at all. All throughout history, they've always hated that. Like, everybody who came to their countries in mass amounts was like invaders from another country. It's just historically correct. You know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to examine it from a, well, not in a political sense, but from a geographical sense. All of mainstream Europe, there's neighbouring countries, there's borders and neighbouring countries. Whereas in England or the United Kingdom, we've got oceans around our country, so it's harder to invade.
Yeah.
It's not like it, yeah.
Any foreign invaders that would have taken over the British Isles have been drastically slowed down by having that body of water surrounding it.
Yeah.
Look at the Romans. Okay, the Romans, they tried to conquer England, couldn't do it.
They couldn't take Scotland
back in the 16th century.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean,
that's where they built Hadrian's Wall, right?
Hadrian's Wall is where it stopped. They couldn't pass that area, and then after that happened, you had the freaking, who was it? The Vikings. The Vikings were able to take the shores on the west side, no, the east side, and then Scotland and Ireland, but they couldn't conquer the entire island either.
Arguably, the Vikings and Norse were probably the most effective invaders.
Yeah, but they still couldn't take the landmass. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't take.
Interestingly enough, that was also around the same times the Vikings and the Norse and stuff were here in North America briefly, because they also came into North America. And who knows exactly how far inland they went here? We don't really know. We know they were here in the 1000s, about 500 years before Columbus.
Yeah.
The Norsemen.
The Bluebird. I found out that was the name of the Viking who actually did most of the conquering in England. It was.
What is it?
He was called Bluebird.
Oh.
Okay. Bluebird. Or something like that.
Bube.
Yeah.
Bube.
I thought it was the red that did it, but come to find out it was the blue. The blue did it.
Technically, Vikings were more of a sort of tribal sort of, you had multiple tribes, so who knows how many tribes tried to independently enter what we now know as the US.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or North America.
Well, the red, him and his son were pretty stupid, though. I mean, they really were. Like, if you read about these guys, they're like, the story about how the red was killed was really dumb. Like he was. It says that he was in his house, and they came to kill him, and he ran from his house down to the shore where they broke his back over a rock, and that's the entire story.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You know,
How factual is that, I wonder?
that's about as factual as you can get. I mean,
That's about all they could go on with
my
regards to
goodness.
that.
Yeah.
You know, and that I mean, with their limited reading ability back then, that's probably
Mhm.
the
The
best.
literacy is really high.
Yeah, like
You know, there's a lot of ghost stories and stuff though around Europe and London, and
Well, London has the Tower
Yeah.
of London. That's one of their most famous
Hmm.
haunted locations.
yeah.
And of course, Stonehenge is not too far from you, is it, Mark?
Oh, you live
Next county, really, yeah.
see,
Also, yeah, Somerset. But even down there, we've got Dartmoor and Exmoor, and obviously there are all those ghost stories around those two moors,
Yeah.
such as
Yeah.
the Sherlock Holmes, Hound of the Baskervilles, and the Headless Horse Riders and stuff.
this all goes
Wow.
back to what I just said earlier. Just he's worthless. I mean, you know what I'm saying, dude? Look, he just said it. He's like a county away, dude, and he will do nothing. Nothing.
I just think about it for a minute, yeah.
Just take a sabbatical and go to the next county and take some pictures, man, and like do the
What?
tour. You know what I mean?
Send us some pictures from over there, Mark. It's always cool, man.
Dude, you were like right there in the freaking.
Stonehenge.
You're there, dude. You know what I'm saying? This is stuff that we can't do. Like you were right there.
You probably say, I'll never go out.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Have you ever visited Stonehenge?
Have you gone to Stonehenge?
No, actually, I've never actually been. I've been through Somerset, but I've never actually spent any time in Somerset. I have Maidenhead, Minehead, so that's in Somerset. Yeah, I've spent a bit of time in Minehead. But yeah, it's a smaller day. But yeah, I've not really spent any time visiting Somerset per se, as such.
Huh.
Okay.
Don't they have a summer solstice thing or winter solstice? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would be
Celebrations
like
every year.
I guess
Oh yeah,
yeah. Something because I was born on June the 21st, which is the summer solstice. They said, that you'd be like a queen. You go up there. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Well,
But,
I mean,
Thing going on there.
You better be careful though, because like
Yeah.
there's a lot of weird shit going on at those freaking festivals. Like they get butt naked and start dancing and shit, and like there's like naked people everywhere.
I just think they have some kind of ritual that the person's like it's kind of just like what is it? It's like a dance or
It's a
Yeah.
pagan's
That's kind of
the
pagan.
summer solstice.